What's up, everybody? It is your favorite guy here on my next edition of Dameron Racing YouTube channel. Sorry about taking so long from the updates on March the 22nd, last time we raced. Took me a while because I was switching phones and had to swap phones so that I could replay the video in 4K for this GoPro records, get out all that edited and get it up on YouTube. Promise now that I've got the new phone, I'm going to be updating things a little bit more, a little bit faster. So this is what we got. We went last night, April 5th, to Citrus County Speedway to race the pro truck that I drive for my friend Ryan Highnote. Want to thank him for the opportunity. It is absolutely a cool deal. Very fun to be able to run asphalt and dirt in the same season. There's 4 races at Citrus County this year. We intend on making the other 3 of them. Started off the night with a lot of unknowns. Just kind of didn't really know what we had straight off the trailer, because we were dealing with a new rear end, new trailing arms, bushings, all that. We had replaced everything underneath the back of the truck, changed a bunch of our setup stuff, totally different numbers on the scales than we went to Auburndale with back in December when I run this truck for the first time. Once again, awesome opportunity, really cool deal. Had a blast. It was a fun night. Got to get back to Citrus County for the first time in 10 years, and that was a pretty cool experience also, to see how the track and everything has changed in the last 10 years. The track's changed, the way you drive it hasn't, and I was very rusty on that to start with, and figuring out what I should feel and what the truck should be handling like, and the groove that I should be running was a huge variable. So once I figured that out after 2 rounds of practice, went out there for qualifying. Absolutely missed the setup, and qualifying was not very good at all, and that is 100% on us, because we didn't know which direction to go, to be completely honest. This is a totally new deal for us, so a little bit of a new world here. We don't know exactly what setup needs to go underneath the trucks, and we're kind of just winging it with very little track time, very little experience. We only got about 50 laps in the race at Auburndale, and the truck broke, and we discovered the rear end broke. That's why we had the new rear end and everything. So we were going to the track kind of blind, with a lot of stuff that's new to us, and new setup and everything, and just getting used to the truck and the way it should feel and the way everything should be. That was a new world. So we missed the setup and qualifying by quite a bit. Qualified 13th, which was subsequently dead last, but we made it. We ended up being able to make it work, and changed some stuff on our setup. Went out for the feature and actually had a really good truck. The field wasn't just driving away from me like they were at Auburndale, so that was a big confidence booster. And I was just kind of hanging in there for about the first 5 or 6 laps, and had a caution on the first lap, had to do a complete restart, so that shook things up a little. And just about the time I got my pace set and figured out my rhythm on my driving, something happened to the motor. So ended up having some sort of motor issue, had a really bad vibration, and then the motor just absolutely quit. Don't think the motor blew up, but it will spin over. It just sounds like it has no compression. So thinking probably a timing chain leak, or I mean probably a timing chain broke and we had a leak. It's pouring water everywhere when we come inside. It had a pretty big puddle of water underneath the truck. So we got it in the pits. Didn't really check it out. We just went and watched the rest of the truck race. By the way, congratulations to George Gorham on his win last night after a hard-fought battle with Jeffrey White on a restart. That was some good racing that the boys put on. A little bit of rubbing fenders and everything. It was sure some good racing. So congratulations to him on that win, and looking forward to getting back down there to Citrus County and racing with those guys again. It's going to be a little bit of a short video today because I'm not going to have any wash day content or anything like that. I'm actually not even going to, I'm not going to unload the truck just yet. Got other stuff that need to get done before I get this truck unloaded. But so, since none of y'all have seen it, here is a good look at the Pro Truck to explain to those of you that don't know what these Florida Pro Trucks are. These Florida Pro Trucks are a metric Monte Carlo chassis, which is 80s Monte Carlo, just like my street stock. So it's the exact same chassis as my street stock, but we run these on asphalt instead of dirt. We run a Hoosier AR 955 8-inch slick, which this is the Hoosier H500 that we run on my Crate Racing USA street stock. So you can see there is rear tire. Gives us a better look here at the tires. So you can see this tire is pretty wide and there's quite a bit of difference. They're a fairly soft tire. Our Hoosier H500s up there on the tire rack, they are a pretty narrow tire and they are a fairly hard compound. The only difference in bodies between this and my street stock is this has a 2000, I guess it would be 2003 to 2007 Chevrolet truck body, which is what everybody calls the cat eye. And in this one, instead of running a built engine, the engine options that were allowed, we chose to, or Ryan chose to put a 602 crate motor in here. So we are running a 602 crate motor in this, but still has crossover headers. Has a 3-speed versus the a Saginaw 3-speed versus the Bren, that's the 2-speed Bren that's in my street stock. So that's a little different. But back here in the back, we still have the same factory trailing arm set up. As you can see there by the cap, that's running the Ford 9-inch disc brakes and everything, just like we do on the street stock. But it's a little different world, but it's a fun little deal. The interior is a little different also. It's more of a traditional asphalt design. You can see it's a little more open here in the interior versus my street stock. All this over here is closed off, so it's even with instead of going up on an angle like that, it's kind of even and goes flat out to the top of the door. This truck also runs MSD ignition instead of the HEI, but that's one of the differences there, is we are limited to where we can only turn these 602 6300 RPMs. But that's just a little explanation of the Pro Truck. So back to me. Besides that, everything is pretty much the same. Same kind of deal. But we're just trying to get this setup stuff figured out. But so that's just a little recap of the weekend. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody following me. Appreciate the opportunity for driving this. I can't thank Ryan enough for believing. Sorry about that. My GoPro decided to quit on me at random. But so like I said, can't thank Ryan enough for believing in me enough to let me drive this truck. My dad and my stepmom for all their help, especially Dad. He's out here in the shop with me every night, or just about every night that he possibly can be. This is my dad's company, R&R Refrigeration Services. We're based here out of Chiefland, Florida. Give us a call. I actually work with my dad, so give us a call for all of your air conditioning, refrigeration, ice machine needs. We serve a pretty large area here at Also like to thank my sponsor, Chiefland Machine and Speed. It is our local speed shop here in town at our local Napa. Mr. George Land with Land's Palm Trees. They're awesome people. You need to buy some decorative palm trees for your yard, landscaping project. They do just about everything. So that is Land's Palm Trees, based out of Old Town, Florida. They are the ones to call. Of course, Ryan Highnote, Nature Coast Electric, for giving me the opportunity. Pretty much anything you need mobile home wise, for setup, skirting, steps, anything like that, they are the guys to call. My GoPro is acting up really bad, so catch y'all next time. Appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.